Love this podcast? Support this show through the Acast supporter feature. It's up to you how much you give, and there's no regular commitment. Just hit the link in the show description to support now.
Not every sale happens at the register. Before AT&T Business Wireless, checking out customers on our mobile POS systems took too long. Basically a staring contest where everyone loses. It's crazy what people will say during an awkward silence. Now transactions are done before the silence takes hold. That means I can focus on the task at hand and make an extra sale or two. Sometimes I do miss the bonding time. Sometimes.
AT&T Business Wireless. Connecting changes everything.
More people, more devices, more AI. The way we live today takes a lot of energy. Wind and solar are powerful, but not always available. That's where natural gas comes in, with reliable energy whenever it's needed. Companies like Energy Transfer work behind the scenes, safely transporting these resources to facilities across the country through a network of underground pipelines. Learn more at ittakesenergy.com.
Today, welcome to the Speedway Tavern. Enjoy your stay.
Hello.
Hello. And Matt are here today. Welcome to the Speedway Tavern. Come and have your say.
If you tuned into the Grand Prix in Wrocław recently, you probably spent the first 3 hours wondering if you were watching a world-class speedway meeting or the preliminary rounds of an Olympic swimming event. The heavens absolutely opened over the Olympic Stadium, giving us a massive weather delay that tested everyone's patience. But the track staff worked miracles, the bikes came out, and Bartosz Zmarzlik proved once again why he's the master of the chaos, splashing his way to the top of the podium and taking the World Championship lead. But the connection between the UK and Wrocław doesn't stop there. The biggest bombshell of the week dropped right here on home soil, with Ipswich Witches announcing a massive historic strategic partnership with the Polish giants WTS Sparta Wrocław. The Rusko family has bought a minority stake in the Witches, bridging the gap between the Premiership and the Extra League. Are we looking at the start of a multi-club revolution in Speedway? Can Foxhall handle the Polish polish? And how are the rest of the British clubs going to react? Only in Speedway.
You got yourself a bit tongue-tied then, didn't you?
Just a bit, yeah.
Good evening, everybody. Welcome to the Speedway Tavern. I forgot what it was called then for a second.
It's only been 2 weeks.
Yes, about, yeah. Sorry we were a little bit late, but
I'm going to get the blame for it.
Yeah, of course, but no, he worked very hard, and he worked out that what he needed to do was turn it off and back on again.
Yep.
And here we are. Where to start? Ipswich.
Yep. Nobody saw that one coming, did they?
Absolutely not.
When they announced,
I'm not entirely sure what it means, by the way, but
well, I think when they announced the news that there was going to be an announcement, I think my theory was that they were going to announce that there was going to be a Grand Prix at Ipswich,
right?
Which I have been told by a few people is potentially on the cards at some point in the next maybe couple of years or so. But no, I was.
Is it big enough to hold a GP? I mean, the actual size of the track.
I think they've put a lot of new stands there, so it is quite a big.
I mean, the actual track itself, the meters.
Well, it'd be interesting, of course, to see how some of the. I mean, I don't think Bartosz Zmarzlik has ridden there before, but I would imagine he would probably crack it after a few laps around it.
I would imagine he's
yeah, but I think you just nailed the thing there. What it actually means. Looking at the statement there, it says the teams will share information and support each other in a wide range of areas, including but not limited to youth development training, promotion and marketing, sponsorship, event operations, ticketing, fan experience, and building sustainable clubs at the heart of their communities that attract fans from a wide range of ages.
That's right. Webb is messing about because apparently YouTube's not working.
I'll get it up in a bit.
Okay, he's working on it. He's going to turn it off and he's going to turn YouTube off and on again. That's what he's going to do. That's what he's going to do.
He's emailing Elon Musk now. So.
Yeah. Yeah, I mean, but what does that I mean, those are lovely words and it sounds great and high-powered and everything, but what does it actually mean? What does it mean for Ipswich? What does it mean for Wrocław? And what does it mean for British Speedway?
Well, to be fair, I mean, Richard Coleman, who's obviously the head guy at Ipswich now, I mean, he's been pretty vocal in his, comments that British Speedway needs to be promoted better. It needs to sort of, become bigger and become more professional. And, I suspect it's comments that probably won't go down very well with some of the other promoters. I mean, obviously, it's things that, the cynics will probably say, well, it's things that are going to benefit Ipswich more than benefit British Speedway. But I think if other clubs if Ipswich can do it, there's, why can't other clubs can maybe look at doing it as well? If it does become successful, then other clubs might think, well, maybe I could.
They might. We don't know what the financial situation is because they've got big backers at Ipswich, haven't they? And that's obviously helps.
Oh, I think so, yeah.
It's going to be interesting to see if we're going to get more Polish riders over here in connection with it, and maybe more English riders over there in connection with it.
I certainly wouldn't be surprised if at some point, either at the end of this season or at the start of the next season, there is a challenge match between Ipswich and Wrocław.
Mm-hmm.
I remember a few years ago, I think Kings Lynn had a challenge match Laura right at the start of the season, and they had their biggest crowds in about 30 years because the Polish fans travelled over in numbers for that one.
Mm-hmm.
Obviously it was probably a little bit different then because, of course, I think we were still in the EU at the time, so without turning it into a Brexit show.
I mean, absolutely, but you can actually, when you trace back the decline of the riders coming over here, that certainly played a big part in it, I think.
Yep.
But anyway, we won't get into all of that. I've got a few people up on the show.
Well, we've got a few Ipswich fans who usually post on, so yeah, give us your opinions as to what's happening.
I've just seen something on the shout box that I need to look at because I didn't know. Sad news about the passing of Finn Jensen.
Yes, I heard
did
that
not,
this afternoon.
Did not know about that.
I don't think there's been any official announcement yet as such, but
well, there should
been told by somebody.
I mean, that is sad. A rider I used to love one week and hate the next week.
Enigma, you'd say.
Yeah, absolutely. But
just before by time, but told by a lot of people that on his day he could beat anybody. On his day he could also lose to anybody as well.
Mm-hmm, absolutely. The first, I think it was his first match against Coventry. He got a maximum against the likes of Ollie Olsen, and we all thought, "Oh, this is going to be good."
Yeah,
and it wasn't. The next match he got about a point, I think. But yeah, that's really sad. And memories of Finn Jensen during the show. That would be really good. I've given you one of mine. Evening, Pete. I presume YouTube is now working. I think I saw that.
Yeah.
Okay.
It seems to be working. I think it's because it's broadcasting in both portrait and landscaping. I think it's
okay. So Simon Corbett said it doesn't take the Poles long to get Cooper Rushton and William Carnes riding in the extra league. Carnes beating Lindgren in one race.
I'm afraid he's obviously just come back from an injury, isn't he? So
we should talk a little bit about the injuries that actually happened in the GP. Jack Holder probably come off the worst of it, I think.
Yep.
And Sheffield have just proved that can still remain title contenders without Jack Holder.
Yep. But I think they are going to have to replace him, and they can't go through the whole season guests and rider replacements, can they? So.
And then obviously Jason Doyle, but he's managed to make a semi-successful return.
Yep.
And who else was there? I forgot now. There was another rider injured. Or am I making that?
No, I think there was only the two of them.
No,
it was a pretty nasty one, wasn't it? And I was concerned. I was concerned about the fact that Jason Doyle walked off the track. I thought, if he's done something there, then he shouldn't really be walking that length of distance from the crash site back to the pits. But I mean, it was astonishing. When we switched it on, it was black, wasn't it? The skies above Wrocław, and the track was pretty much covered. And I was thinking, there's no way this is going to be.
I turned it off, to be honest.
Yeah.
I thought, no, that's not going to happen.
Yeah.
But the mystery, the enigma That is Phil Morris.
Yeah.
Who all of a sudden
He likes his wet tracks, though, doesn't he, Phil? He
well,
must have been in.
he worked hard. He worked hard that night. Is he still? But what we don't know, or do we? Have we found out? Has anybody found out? Is he still the CEO of BSB Health?
According to Peter Oakes, he still is. So
Okay.
Peter Oakes did an article in his column in the Speedo Star a few weeks ago. Said no, he's still very much in the Supremo. So
Sounds like somebody's been listening to us. That's
yeah,
nice.
we just don't. Yeah, I just we don't seem to be seeing anything at all of him around. I don't know whether it's because he was very prominent around the TV meetings, wasn't he? But of course we've got no TV this year, so
No. What a great result for Berwick at the weekend, beating Poole by 20 points to make Knockout Cup final. I was going to mention that's in my notes, but all my notes are going to be useless in a minute because they're all mentioning everything that's in my notes. And the date for the final, as a few Plymouth fans, can't wait to find the date for the final, as a few Plymouth fans will be making the trip to Sheffield for whatever leg it will.
couldn't get a bigger distance, I don't think, between two finalists. Could you, Berwick and Plymouth? So
No, you couldn't. You could not. But yeah, I don't think we saw that coming.
No, I don't. I mean, Berwick have got a decent record at home, but you'd have thought. You wouldn't
hold on to 20.
Yeah, you wouldn't have had Paul going there and getting beaten by 20 points, would you? So
is YouTube working now? We would like to know, by the way. So if there's anybody there watching us on YouTube,
there's a couple of comments from YouTube. So yeah.
Okay, great. Jimmy Jabber, God, JJJ.
Yep.
There you go. Went to Northampton for the first time last night. Great track and great stadium. What a shame for them. They lost by 2 points. By all accounts, they had a bit of a fight back in the and took it to a last heat decider.
Yeah, they've been competitive in most of their meetings, though. Haven't they? There's only been a couple of meetings where they've been a bit, on the wrong end of a quarter thumping,
Yeah.
but.
And they've done better than I was expecting. I'll hold my hand up.
Well, considering it was all sort of a little bit lastminute.com. But I think next season, it's great that they're doing well, but they're going to need to be more competitive next season with a team that can actually win more matches, because it's great at the moment. There's still an element, I think, of the novelty factor, isn't there? Really, but I think if they're losing week after week into the second season.
Yeah,
there's going to be a problem.
Yeah, then they do need to sort out. But it's great. I mean, it does look like a good setup, and that always helps. Pete Clark has mentioned you don't get a bigger difference in track size than Berwick and Plymouth.
Certainly don't, no.
Certainly not in the Championship, anyway. Yeah, that's going to be... how have Berwick done at Plymouth in recent years? Maybe somebody out there...
Well, Phil will probably tell you, because obviously Phil's a big Plymouth man. So,
while Pete's on there, Buxton not having a great time at the moment.
Yeah,
I think it's my fault, so I chose them as my team for this year. So next year I'm going to choose Paul.
Yeah. I thought it was about they'd have had all the Birmingham staff as well, haven't they? And the Birmingham
staff
fence.
And
it looks like the Birmingham results as well, unfortunately. So.
Yeah. Oh, that's
just
a shame.
of course, we have got a meeting in progress at the moment, of course, in the National League. It's currently King's Lynn 7, Oxford 11, and it's 47-61 on aggregate to the Oxford Chargers.
Okay, we will keep.
And I'm using this new thing that they've got on the VSM with the live updates.
Yeah.
Really brilliant. Really impressed, because it doesn't. It's not like when.
Yeah.
I mean, obviously, normally you would use the Speedway Updates website and you have to keep refreshing, don't you?
F5
there, but this one does it in real time. So really impressed. And
with not just updating the scores as well, it does reports on each.
Does, yeah. It doesn't do much reports on all of them. It's not doing reports on the one tonight, but it's.
That's a long time coming on.
Yeah.
But just because we don't do it very often. Kudos to BSPL. That's really like that.
Yeah.
Jimmy Jabber says, I was talking to someone at Northampton and apparently the crowds are getting smaller and smaller as the home fixtures go on. I mean, you need wins.
Yeah, they need to start winning matches.
Yeah, you need wins. Don't know where they're going to get them or how they're going to get them. I don't think there's any riders out there that necessarily available, but
not coming into a season halfway through when they've already got their calendars sorted out for the season. So
that's something they need to do. We should congratulate Will Carnes, qualified for the SGP2 under 21.
He did.
After a brilliant performance in Slovenia. So well done, Will. And it's interesting to see that he's doing really well in Poland now.
Yep, that's going to benefit him massively, racing and on the Polish tracks and racing in a competitive league as well.
We just need to have more tracks in this country for people to ride and get and learn their trade, basically. Otherwise, they're all just going to go to Poland and. We've spoken about it.
Chris Thorogood says, Richard Coleman, what a refreshing attitude he has brought to Speedway. Told the fans first in person about the Rostov link-up and stood in the crowd chatting to fans at Northampton last night. He's doing things differently, and let's hope it works out, not just for Ipswich, but for British Speedway as a whole. We need more people like him in the sport.
We need one person like him in the sport that's not attached to any track. Any track. That's what we need.
Yeah.
We've spoke about this before. It's going to be interesting. I think, now we've said this before, possibly not as early in the season as this, but I think this year's AGM is going to be interesting. And I would love to be a fly on the wall because this guy is going to start.
Yeah, because he hasn't been afraid to criticise them for past endeavours, has he, sir?
And it's great. And we've had people that have not been scared before to sort of voice criticism and so on, but they've never got anywhere. But I feel like,
apart from the exit door, so.
yeah, exactly. I feel like now that the morale within the BSPL and everything is at a low ebb, it's possibly needed to go through that to turn it around. I don't know.
Phil says Berwick have done okay at Plymouth, losing the last seat decided last season. And the year before, I think, was very close as well. Of course, they were beaten on Saturday, Plymouth, at home to Edinburgh.
Edinburgh, yes. There's another one. I can't just cross that one off my notes.
Which was a bit of a surprise.
I see that.
Well, Edinburgh did. I went to the Edinburgh-Plymouth match last year down there, and Edinburgh did quite well in that one as well. Plymouth only won it in the last heat, so they seem to have a decent record down there as well.
There was a BSPL meeting today, which Richard attended. I am presumably reliably informed.
Mm-hmm. Who's that from, sorry?
That's from JJJ,
okay.
As I'm now going to call him. Good evening, gents. Still not had any Glasgow Tiger Speedway at Ashfield since the 15th of May. Forecast for this Friday doesn't look good. Was able to see 2 away matches at Berwick and Workington. A decent away week for the Stripes with 2 away wins at Oxford and Workington, and bonus point picked up at Berwick. Puts us back in the championship playoff. Yep, second in the table at the moment.
Yeah, but that's looking at there. That's 6 weeks now since a home meeting. That's not midway through the season. That's not good. That's not good.
It's not good. There's no positives there at all.
No continuity, is there? So
nothing.
The thing is, it's not the fact that you don't go; it's the fact that then people get out of the habit of going because they find other things to do.
Berwick released Lassie Fredrickson today to reintroduce Reed Batty. Interesting move. I don't really know an awful lot about Reed Batty, so I will keep my eye on that one, actually. And what's a couple of weeks for Jordan Jenkins has since moving to Berwick after being released by Redcar earlier in the season. And also, while we're talking about squad movements, Kings Lynn signed Jordan Jenkins. Another interesting one, but they've had a tough run of...
Yeah, Pete Clough says Richard Coleman is trying to do things differently. How long before the BSPL find him?
He might just find them.
Yeah, well, we have had people like that before that have come in and tried to shake things up, haven't they? And it feels like almost like close ranks.
They close ranks, yeah.
Close ranks. No, we don't want change. We'll keep doing it as we are. Thank you.
But they're in they surely have their backs against the wall at this point. They need, the fact that they had to go to such great lengths to get another team in, making a new team essentially. Surely the light bulb has gone off.
Yeah,
or on. Maybe it'd be a better analogy, but. Simon Corbett, both would be better off quitting British Speedway for Poland and less travelling. I don't know who that's referring to.
That's referring to Cooper Russian and Will Cairns.
They don't not guaranteed to
That's
get...
what it looks like on the new format.
Okay.
Okay.
It's a bit better, isn't it?
It's cool. Yeah.
Apart from the fact it's our faces on there.
Yeah.
Yeah, sorry about that. Yeah, maybe we should get Milli Vanillion to lip sync for us. Do you? Show my age now.
Well before my time, I'm afraid.
Yeah.
Yeah, of course.
Well before.
Okay, well, where are we? I'm looking at the
Well, I'm
time.
over here.
Yeah, you know where you can go.
Oh, okay.
We'll have a little chat then about where we think the GP is going to go. I mean, it's still all open. I know Bartosz Marslik won the thing and he's gone back top.
Yeah.
But there's not a lot in it, is it? And Brady Kurtz wasn't exactly out of the
I think he'll rue a missed opportunity. Obviously, it's his home track in Poland. I think he did say in his interview that he's never ridden the track in that condition before, which was.
I don't think anybody's ridden that track in that condition before.
Yeah, which probably wasn't a smart thing to say. I don't think publicly, because it sort of casts yourself a little bit of doubt, doesn't it? But obviously for Smarsly getting the win, I mean, obviously it was nearly a year since his last win, and I think it would have started. It was really beginning to start playing in his mind that he'd gone so long with. I think it's got to have been his longest stint without a GP win
Ever.
Yeah, but again, he's only 3 points in front there. Of course, the next one is Malilla. That's in 9 days' time. Another track that provides some really, really good racing, doesn't it? So, so he's on 82. Brady Kurtz on 79. Robert Lambert, amazingly, he's sort of gone under the radar, but he's in third place. He's on 63.
He didn't have a bad GP, though, to be fair.
No, he didn't. Second, obviously, on the night. I think he adapted well to the track as well. But I think this is the thing with Robert Lambert. He's very up and down. If you're looking at his results here, you've had 14 on the opening night in Landshut, then 6 in Prague, 12 in the first British Grand Prix, 7 in the second British Grand Prix, and then 18 obviously last time out. He's either up here or down there. There doesn't seem to be any sort of middle ground for Robert Lambert. I think the one that probably surprised everyone so far this season has been Jepsen Jensen. I've been really impressed.
He's been on the gas.
He showed a lot of glimpses, I thought, in that very brief spell he had at Birmingham last season. And certainly towards the end of last season, he's sort of been gone off the radar for quite a while, hasn't he? Because I remember when he first came onto the scene, everybody was really, really raving about him.
It was, whoa, where's this guy come from?
And then he's sort of disappeared, hasn't he?
Yeah.
I think he has won a Grand Prix before. I think it might be, is it 2015, 2016, something like that?
Was it not actually his very first Grand? Was he a wild card or something?
I think he was. Yeah, I think he managed to. I think he's the last Dane to win the Danish Grand Prix. So something even Nicky Pedersen didn't manage to do. He never managed to win the Danish Grand Prix. So, but he's right up there as well. So I think winning the championship's probably. He's 21 points adrift. 5 rounds to go. That's even with 5 rounds to go. That seems like
How far adrift was Brady Kurtz before he started his run?
I don't think he was that far adrift, was he really?
But that's what Brady Kurtz must be thinking right now. He must know he's in there because if you look back to last year, he was quite a long way back at this same point. But he's a couple of points back, something like that.
3 points behind at the moment, yeah. So
that's nothing, is it?
Yeah,
that's a sprint race, What do we think of these sprint races, by the way? Fair enough, I think the same.
It's something different, I suppose. Obviously, there's the big thing about having a qualifying session and the sprint races and things like that. I suppose they're trying to sort of do things, introduce things that are a little bit different. For the people that are sort of grown up with Speedway, who's just been 20 heats. It's probably something a little bit
Is it a bit like the T20 of
A little bit, yeah. Yeah. I mean, obviously,
Try to
they have qualifying in Formula One, don't they? But I mean, you invariably find that
And they have sprint races in Formula One.
yeah. So I think it's trying to sort of standardise it a little bit, isn't it? And there's something about changing tyre compounds as well, doesn't it? You can only have a certain amount of tyres, which I think you can have in Formula One as well, can't you? But tyres don't really seem to affect Speedway the way that they do.
No, you have to use 2 different types of tyres during the race, unless it's a rained. There's rain involved. Then obviously you've got wet tyres. I'm going to actually be seeing how the other half lives this weekend because I'm off to Silverstone.
Oh, right, okay.
This weekend to watch the GP. So, I'm going to go watch a motorsport that's got loads of money.
Yeah. Good stuff.
JJ says he loves the new live scores on the main website, but will it hurt program sales by doing so with easy access on phones now? How many people buy programs these days? I feel program sales have gone down.
Well,
anyway,
yeah. I mean, I didn't buy a program at Wolves for the last. The only program I bought at Wolves in the last 10 years was on the last night, but that was more because it was a sort of a souvenir program. I've been to 2 meetings this year and I bought programs for both of those, but that's because it's tracks that I've don't go to very often there. So
you can all the information that's on them.
Yeah.
It's all easily available out there. You don't ever learn anything particularly new, do you?
Yeah,
I don't think.
The Bellevue program was very good, but in fairness, I think Bellevue have always done a very good program.
Birmingham's program was brilliant.
I think Birmingham's program was excellent, and I think Birmingham's program was consistently excellent as well. I wasn't quite so keen on the Plymouth program because I think the Plymouth program. It's colourful, but there was a lot of adverts in it. I know that's where a lot of the clubs make the money from, but
Pete Clark wants to know if I can get into Silverstone for free if I've got a red flag. Just let it go now, Pete. Just let it.
You're going to take your red overalls as well.
Let it go.
I have still got them.
Yeah.
I have still got them. Plymouth have red car this Saturday. Will you be adding it to the predict score?
Oh.
Okay, I hadn't noticed that, Phil. I don't know when that was announced. That must have been announced.
That's a yes, then.
Yep, I will put it on. We'll obviously, I'll put it onto the link. Obviously, we can give our scores in here, or I'll put it on the link. It's probably easier.
So, the biggest, obviously, the biggest headline this week has been the Ipswich, which is, but also.
It's by the way, it's 17-19 at Kings Lynn in the NDL match.
The other big question this week is who the hell's going to catch Bellevue? It's
looking pretty they're looking very formidable at the moment, aren't they? And I think
was it 60 points they had against. Was Ipswich, wasn't it?
Yeah.
Who is going to stop Bellevue, or at least give them a bit of a run for their money?
Well, let's have a look at the table at the moment there. So Bellevue, 16 points from 9. Ipswich, 11 from 8. Sheffield, 10 from 7. Leicester, 7 from 6. Kings Lynn, 4 from 7. And Northampton, 2 from 7. But if you look at Bellevue's scores, I mean, they've ridden everybody now at home. They've scored 51 points against Ipswich, 53 against Kings Lynn, 61 against Leicester, 53 against Northampton, and 50 against Sheffield, and obviously they've also scored 62 points in the B meeting against Ipswich, so nobody's got to within 10 points of them yet.
No.
That was Sheffield, and fair to Sheffield, Sheffield went there when Bellevue were a bit under strength, and Bellevue still won the meeting. That was the one I went to, and Bellevue still won the meeting fairly comfortable.
Yeah, I was going to say they lost Dan Bewley, and then they lost Jason Doyle, and yet still.
Yeah, Peter Kilderman as well, so...
Is that the only way anybody's going to beat them if they just run out of riders?
Yeah, they're looking formidable at the moment, aren't they? I mean, if you look at their away scores as well, they lost by 10 at Ipswich. They've beaten Kings Lynn. They've already lost to us. They did lose at Sheffield 54-36, but that's their only league defeat so far this season. So it's looking ominous at the moment, and I mean, okay, it's a blow to them to lose Dan Bewley, but some would probably say, arguably, Jason Dawes in this league is equally as potent as a
proven
replacement.
that, isn't he?
Yeah.
He's proven that in what he's done this year already.
Yeah, and obviously getting a maximum on his debut as well. So,
Brian Reeson says he would like to say how well Toby Mushlak has settled in at Ipswich and is riding with lots of confidence and is a reliable point scorer. I always knew he was.
He's a good little rider, Toby asked me usually.
Give him a track that's the same every week. And, you know, he had some great rides at Birmingham last year.
That weren't in heat number one.
That weren't in heat number one, yeah. But he was never consistent with it. But the track was never consistent.
Yeah.
I think that played a big part. I do miss it.
Yeah.
Even that now, I'm thinking, those matches that we lost by 20 points, I could watch one of them there.
Did you get any of the DVDs?
No, I didn't.
Things like that.
No. Simon says Tom Brennan's dropped off this year going backwards.
He had a good start, but he sort of slipped back a little bit.
I think it's a bit unfair to say he's going backwards. He's riding at number one. It's probably lost that net by now, I imagine.
Yeah.
That's, you know, he started off well with that, but give him chance. He's a decent little rider. He's a good little rider, and he works things out. He's got a good mind on him. Dave says take plenty of money to Silverstone for parking last year was £80. I'm not parking at Silverstone. We're stopping off at the Hilton, believe it or not.
Oh.
Yeah. And getting ferried in.
No, I don't know.
So,
Aren't you one of those that takes a tent and camps there?
I'd love to do that.
We're paying you too much money.
Well, no, because actually my wife paid for it. This is actually a Christmas present, so yeah. I'm paying her too much money, I think.
I think you are.
Pete Clark says the Buxton programme is a credit to Lawrence Rogers and co.
Haven't seen it. We'll have to get on. I am going to.
You are going to make a pilgrimage to Buxton at some point.
I am. Yeah, probably next month. That's what I've got in my head.
When it's a bit warmer.
Yeah.
Does it get warm at Buxton?
Can't be that bad, sure.
I've just read in a newspaper that they're talking about 41 degrees next week. Just to I don't know how true it is.
Can't wait for that.
Yeah.
Bonus last week. Fred Graham says, I always buy a programme, have done since I started following Speedway. Glasgow's programme is full of content which lets new fans know more about our sport. Well, you've always said one of the things that should be, there's nothing, your biggest gripe about programmes is invariably nothing for opposition fans to read.
Fans to read. It's all, you get maybe a page or two pages if you're lucky about your opponents that week and the riders that are in it, but come on, you already know that. And I've always felt that each programme should have an article from either the promoter of the opposition team or the team manager of the opposition team. I think that helps. I think if a team manager is saying, oh, well, we're going to win this because blah, 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 it actually helps create an atmosphere as well. A bit of banter. And your team manager said this, all of that sort of thing. I think that they're missing a trick by not doing it. I really do. And if they want to sell more programmes, and if it becomes a thing that you think, I wonder what he said about us at Bellevue, you're going to buy
the cynical person would say that do enough away fans go to meetings now.
Yeah.
Bellevue obviously they always travel well. Sheffield travel well as well. Ipswich Ipswich tended to travel reasonably well to Birmingham, didn't they? Which was it was a decent way on a Monday night.
Everybody travelled well to Birmingham because they knew they was going to win.
I suppose it being central as well.
It's 2022 at Kings Lynn at the moment.
What's
Fred Graham says 41 degrees, except for Speedway fans in Scotland and Buxton. Yeah, I think there's a lot of truth in that.
What's interesting, if anybody knows, what sort of away following Northampton are getting in their meetings?
That's a good question. answers on a postcard.
Yeah.
Or on the shout box.
And what about the home crowds? Are they okay?
They've been good from what
Yeah.
we've seen, but there are reports, as we've just seen.
Their crowds are starting. There's always going to be an initial.
Yeah.
When it was like that at Birmingham, wasn't it? When Birmingham first reopened, there were crowds in the first few weeks were huge, weren't they? And then they sort of,
Yeah.
it sort of
I mean,
reaches
actually, it wasn't that. It was after the first match because everybody and their uncle came and saw it. I mean, it was like, I don't know how many there was, but they were standing on the ground track and we were getting special permission to do that. But I think the first year, the crowds stayed quite good. And we used to have a lot of teams say, we want Birmingham to come because they bring a lot. And we used to,
Birmingham used to take a lot of away fans, especially in that first season, didn't they? So.
And then the way the season ended, when we ended up with basically 2 riders for the Young Trophy or whatever it was, and we only had 2 riders. One was Jason Lyons and the other was Jack Roberts.
I think it was.
And then the next year when I always said this about Birmingham, that what killed Birmingham was in the second season.
Because that team would have been.
Yeah.
That was definitely a league championship contending winning team, wasn't it? And it just got ripped apart by the injuries.
Yeah, it was best team I've ever seen.
Yeah.
For the first 4 or 5 weeks or whatever it was. When Adam Roynan was flying, and Kyle Legault was flying. Anyway, I'm sorry. We're
going back to talking about Birmingham again, aren't we?
Yeah. Which I will from time to time because I do miss it. But hey ho. Okay, I guess, it's coming up to that time of day when we need to start looking at
the Prediction League.
Prediction League, yep.
Oh dear, do we have to? Okay.
Yeah, probably. I've got no idea what's happened this week because I've had an interesting week. Just for anybody to know, I've just become an uncle. Just throw that out there.
You look the same.
Yeah.
So I'm still way down there.
Climbed a couple of places though.
Have I?
Yeah, you're out of the bottom 3 anyway. So
Okay. I'm not happy.
Yeah. Oh, Mr. Book, number 4.
Yep. That's senior, not junior, by the way.
No. I know it's going to be senior.
Flying at the moment. So
Right.
we're very, very tight at the top though. So
Let's put the other one on. And, there we go.
We're having a great season.
Well, you're doing well, aren't you? It's the best you've done since we started, I think, because you're usually fiddling around down the bottom somewhere, aren't you? So.
Yeah, that's probably where I'm going to end up, by the way. Right. Well,
I did well, and I didn't even have a go.
I noticed there's been some matches rescheduled because of the World Cup.
Yep.
Whatever that might be.
Mm-hmm.
Oh. So, are we going to get into it?
I think so.
Let's get into it.
Yeah, we are indeed. So we'll start off with the first meeting. We will add the meeting that Phil's brought in as well. But first of all, we'll start off with Oxford against Poole in the Championship.
Oxford versus Poole, and I'm going to go first on this. Poole by 4.
Draw.
Interesting.
Yep.
Poole by 6.
Okay, next up
In the Premiership is Leicester against Northampton.
Come on, Northampton. Get nothing.
It's up to you, man. Yeah, they are going to get me.
I have gone for Leicester by 14.
I'll go Leicester by 20.
You see, Northampton have actually done quite well away from home. Well, they've had quite a few, but not at Leicester. I'm going to say 12 points to Leicester.
And Phil's just said Leicester is off. Not Leicester.
Oxford.
Oxford is off.
Ah, okay.
The Oxford Poole is off.
Yeah.
There was your draw.
Yep.
Yeah.
Oh, well, never mind.
Okay.
Can't win them all. Okay, next up is Kings Lynn against Ipswich in the Premiership.
That's up to you.
I'll go Kings Lynn by 4.
Kings Lynn versus who? Sorry, I missed that.
Ipswich.
Ipswich by 2.
I've gone Kings Lynn by 2.
Oh, very different.
Okay. Next up on Friday in the Championship, Glasgow against Oxford.
Yep, I'm going to say Glasgow by 18.
Okay, I'm going to go for Glasgow by 10.
I'll go Glasgow by 8.
Okay, Scunthorpe against Plymouth is the next one in the Championship. That's going to be interesting on that one. Yeah, Scunthorpe are doing quite well. I think they're 3rd at the moment in the Championship in the early season. So I'm going to go for Scunthorpe by 4 on that one.
I'll go Scunthorpe by 6.
Scunthorpe by 2. Tempted.
Okay. BSN semi-final first leg is the next one. That's Redcar against Berwick. Can Berwick reach another final?
That's up to
Berwick by...
Redcar by 8.
Redcar by 10. Okay. Following night in the championship on Saturday, it's Berwick against Oxford.
Berwick by 6.
I've gone Berwick by 18 on that one.
Berwick by 12.
Okay.
Okay. Next one is in the Premiership. That's Kings Lynn against Northampton.
That's up to Matt.
I'll go for Kings Lynn by 6.
Kings Lynn by 12.
Draw.
Okay. And
That's
the final,
my heart rule in my head.
the final one that's on the official ones. Of course, we've got one other fixture as well. Leicester against Ipswich in the Premiership.
Ipswich, that's up to you.
Ipswich by 4.
Leicester by 4.
Draw. I've gone for.
Is that 2 draws you've gone for?
I know, yeah.
That's never happened before. The world, there's something wrong with the world.
Okay. There was one other one as well. I think Phil's mentioned it, hasn't it? That there's one other one that I've missed off.
Yeah.
Let me have a look.
I remember it was.
It was quite close.
Plymouth have red card this Saturday. No, it's not been put on the official fixtures yet on the base BSW website, so we'll keep an eye on that one.
Are we going to do that one now?
Yeah, we'll do that one then. Obviously, we'll put it on.
Okay.
Okay, so but I will put on I'll put a link on for that fixture.
You can put that away now. You can put that away.
once it's confirmed, we'll put a. Yeah, it was only announced yesterday. To be fair, Phil's put so.
Okay.
Okay, so
We're going to go for Plymouth versus Redcar?
Yeah.
Okay. It's up to me first then. I'll say Plymouth by 10.
Plymouth. I'll go for Plymouth by 10 as well.
Plymouth by 12.
Okay. I'm feeling a little bit ill now. I really am, because somebody called Zestrox, I don't know what their guide dog thinks of, but says that the guy on the bottom right looks so cool.
And who's on the, let me have a look, who's on the bottom right.
It actually looks like Santa Claus to me. But,
Have you put that on yourself?
Money's in the post.
it's on the Redcar site and only announced yesterday. So that's the Plymouth Redcar match.
Yep. Okay. So obviously that only announced today. So once that's on there, I will send another link out to everybody. I'll put it on the Facebook page for that meeting tomorrow. And we'll put that on as well.
Good stuff. Good stuff.
Right.
Oh, okay.
Right. So, yeah. Sorry, you were going to say.
No, I do have a question regarding
Okay, go.
On TV. When was the last time it was broadcast on terrestrial TV?
Oh gosh,
Mid-80s.
Terrestrial.
I would have thought mid-80s. Yeah.
World of Sport, wasn't it?
I guess I remember. Remember ITV.
Central used to do it.
Yeah,
Central
What was
used
his
to
name?
do it occasionally.
Who's that?
Gary Newbon.
Gary Newbon, he was on the road, yeah.
Gary Newbon.
Gary
Newbon.
Yeah.
My dad's mate. Not.
Still going. No, not a lot of people do like it.
Yeah, I mean, they used to. You can still see some of them on YouTube.
Yeah, I've seen
some of
some,
the central meetings, and they were okay.
So were they live or were they?
I don't think they were live. No, somebody will correct me.
They were like
Right.
rounded. They were like rounded up fixtures, weren't they? So,
Right, okay.
I mean, they did show the whole 13 heats
yeah.
as it was in those days.
Yeah.
Yeah. One of the matches they used to commonly show was Crowd against Coventry, wasn't it? Because of the one, it was a local derby, and two, they were generally always competing with each other for the league. So
I think we had a few Cradley Birmingham matches shown on Central. Which was always bad because we always lost.
yeah,
Some things never change.
No, correct.
Okay, is that
That was my question.
okay.
Sorry to interrupt you. But, yeah.
well, he wasn't saying anything. So.
I think you was about to say something.
I was about to say something, and I have
Completely forgot.
completely forgot what I was going to say.
Okay, let's just have a look at the latest score from Kings Lynn. Mm-hmm. And it is currently Kings Lynn 24, Oxford 30. And on aggregate, it is Kings Lynn 64, Oxford 80. So let's just have a look at the individual scorers for Kings Lynn. Simon Lambert 5, Connor King 1, Mickey Simpson 5 and 1, Ben Wally 4 and 2, Jake Mulford 6, Sam Woods 3, and Ollie Binns, he fell in his first heat and has had to withdraw from the meeting. And for Oxford, Jody Scott 6, Seth Norman 3 and 1, Jamie Holder 1 and 1, Ashton Vale 5, Darryl Richings 7, Harry Fletcher 7 and 1, and Max Broadhurst 1. And Heat 10 has just finished. That has just resulted in a 3-all. Simon Lambert taking the victory, Ashton Vale and Jamie Holder backing in the mining placing. So that was a 3-all. It's now 27 points to 33 in favour of Oxford.
There we go. I've just remembered while you was running through that, that there's actually some matches from Wardsley Green.
Yeah.
On YouTube.
That's right. Yes.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Which is interesting. You can see
the
whole,
bumps.
Yeah, see the whole.
Shock performance of the season so far from a team.
From a team.
Yeah.
Glasgow.
Well, you say that at the top of the league, at the top of the championship at the moment. In fairness. Edinburgh are probably the surprise, aren't they? I mean, as I say, if you're a Scot, it makes nice reading at the top of the championship at the moment. Glasgow on 9 and Edinburgh on 8.
What about Plymouth?
Plymouth are 5th at the moment. They're on 6 points from 5.
They've had a really, by their standards, usual standards of recent times, they've had a really good.
Yeah, they've got a good side. Yes. They have got a good side, Plymouth. Red Card didn't have a great time in the BSN, but they're currently sitting in 6th place at the moment.
I tell you who I think it's Ipswich. Because a lot of people, I think possibly even us, wrote them off as championship contenders, and they've proven us wrong.
Yeah.
Apart from when they've gone to Bellevue, of course.
Mm-hmm.
So that's been quite nice with Tom Brennan taking that number 1 role as well.
You'd argue you've just had one as well with Berwick beating Poole by 20 points in the semi-final of the Knockout Cup in the championship. So,
shock performance from a rider this season.
Shock performance from a rider. I don't know whether it's a shock, but Will Carnes has done.
He's made good progress, hasn't he? Cooper Russian has done pretty well as well.
Maybe
hasn't he?
Michael Jepsen Jensen.
I'd probably go for Jepsen Jensen. I was just about to say that. I think
2 people have said beating Poole in the semi-final.
Yeah,
that's true. Or as Phil Taylor says, Berwick stuffing Poole.
Yeah. So I know Phil's not. Poole isn't one of his favourite clubs. I know Phil quite well. So
Linda Buck has just reminded us that it's been 18 years today. Really,
this is the death of Joe Thurley.
Yeah.
So for younger listeners, obviously Joe Thurley was the Birmingham promoter during the 70s, wasn't he?
Started
during the golden period. Would you say?
It was a golden period for Speedway, I would say, for sure. And it was probably Birmingham's most consistently successful time. We came so close to winning the Knockout Cup in the old British League.
Yeah.
Got beaten by the rain at Bellevue.
Won it to National League level, though, didn't they? So obviously with the unforgettable final against Eastbourne.
Yeah, the Knockout Cup and the league that year. Yeah, God. But but 18 years ago, Joe was the clerk of the course at the Birmingham, I can say the Birmingham where we are now, but of course we're not there anymore.
Yeah.
There's nothing there anymore.
And there is nothing there. It's just,
the track's still there, but I don't know what sort of condition it's in now. But
no, I don't think there's any shale left on it. I think that's probably all in Buxton, isn't it?
I bet the toilets are gone.
That's quite a shock because I had some great little chats with Joe Thurley on the centre green.
Yeah, well, he had quite a long period away from the sport, didn't he? I think he walked away from it after he left Birmingham, and then when Birmingham came back, of course, he was invited back, obviously, by Tony Moore and Graham Drury to become the clerk of the course.
And I think he enjoyed his time doing it. But, okay, that's a sad time to. We've lost. There was Joe Thurley, and then obviously Finn Jensen. Yeah, I don't want to finish on a sad note, but there we go. Yeah, we have come to that time of the evening once again where we have to bid you adieu. I don't know what that means.
Don't call me adieu.
Yeah, we're looking forward to seeing you all next week when we are, I'm reliably informed, going to have 2 guests from Plymouth.
Yep.
That we keep promising, and then for one reason or another, it doesn't happen. The last time it was my fault, by the way, so just so that you all know that.
Yep.
But yeah, we'll see you all next week with our special guests.
Phil Taylor asked the question, any news on Coventry, Swindon and Wolves? Nothing at the moment on any of them. So,
or Birmingham.
Yeah.
Don't miss Birmingham, mate. How dare you?
The Coventry one is still rumbling on. But they've got something to get back to. So
Pete Clark says the Charlotte Perry Bar was left as it was at the last meeting. It was too bad nobody wanted it.
Yeah.
No, there's no news on any of that stuff, unfortunately.
Need all 3 of them back. One in particular from a personal perspective.
Well, there's 4.
Yeah, Birmingham as well, yeah.
Yeah, thank you.
Yeah, 5 really as well, if you say Gradley. So,
well, I can live with that. No, I didn't mean that. I didn't mean that. I would love to have Cradley back as long as I can get the chance to beat them.
Yep.
Anyway, take care, everybody. We will see you next week, and have a great week of Speedway. Take care.
Good night.
Good night.